tenía que llegar.
¿Quién?
Los que forman el pega-pega y los que te ponen a menear.
Ajá.
Los que ponen la calentura lista pa' que se fomente la gozadera, pa' que bailen las pollitas. Chamaco, prepara artillería, ¡vamos!
Cuando suena mi tumbao, el party se pone caliente. Seguro que tú te lo gozas, porque este flow sí que está en bomba. Cuando suena mi tumbao, el party se pone caliente. Seguro que tú te lo gozas, porque este flow sí que está en bomba. Cuando suena mi tumbao, el party se pone caliente. Seguro que tú te lo gozas, porque este flow sí que está en bomba. Cuando suena mi tumbao, el party se pone caliente. Seguro que tú te lo gozas, porque este flow.
Si lo que traigo es candela y un tumbao que resuena, y a punta de tambores se fomenta la gozadera, prepara mami que llegaron los que suenan con esta bomba que se mete por tu vena y que pone a la polla a menear cadera. Los pollos ready para la pegadera. Ploma ahora que ya viene la vaciladera. Repite el coro que se pega.
Cuando suena mi tumbao, el party se pone caliente.
Se pone caliente la cosa, mi timba suena y te pone loca.
Cuando suena mi tumbao, el party se pone caliente.
Se forma la gozadera y la cosa, la polla ready pa'l pega-pega.
Cuando suena mi tumbao, el party se pone caliente.
Llegaron los que tú esperabas, la mecánica botando la casa por la ventana.
Cuando suena mi tumbao, el party se pone caliente. Toda la yale está crazy, toda la yale está crazy.
Y con mi timba cerrada,
El party se pone caliente. Porque este flow sí que está en bomba. El party se pone caliente. Porque este flow sí que está en bomba. El party se pone caliente. Con este flow.
asking me? That's racist, dude. Oh, cool.
Why play true? Play true for joy. Play true for respect. Play true for fairness, for inclusion, with pride, with courage, for sport, for equity, for community.
Test.
Play true
Test.
for life. So many reasons to play true. What's yours?
Test 1, 2, 3. We're starting in 6 minutes. Lifters in flight A, you have less than 3 minutes to change your openers.
Spent all of my life breaking all the rules, stepping out in line the streets of my school. Can't get enough of a good time, gonna live it up while still alive. I'm a hellraiser, risk taker, full speed ahead till I'm dead in the fast lane. Live wire, wildfire, I'd rather burn up in flames than fade away. You gotta live it up.
Y llegó, la que tenía que llegar. Los que forman el pega-pega y los que te ponen a menear. Los que ponen la calentura lista pa' que se fomente la gozadera, pa' que bailen las pollitas. Chamaco, prepara artillería, ¡vamos!
Cuando suena mi tumbao, el party se pone caliente. Seguro que tú te lo gozas, porque este flow sí que está en bomba. Cuando suena mi tumbao, el party se pone caliente. Seguro que tú te lo gozas porque te
Say again? Good afternoon. That's not that one. Good afternoon. Welcome to the 14th annual IPF NAPF North American Regional Bench Press Championships live from Panama City, Panama. We're getting ready for our first A flight of the afternoon. This flight will be made up of 83s and 93 kilo lifters. We're live from Panama City, Panama. Our first lifter will be Sam Penner from the United States. Sam is our oldest lifter of this competition, at a young 89 years old. He's opening up at 60 kilos. Masters 4 lifter at the 83 kilo class. Sam, a retired physicist, figuring out the makeup of the universe. Right now, we're focusing on the North American universe of bench press here in Panama. Sam using the medium-sized blocks, getting his feet all centered on those. Gets the handoff from the spotters. And we are underway with this afternoon session, and 3 white lights for Sam. He needs a hand up. So he's on the board. Now we're moving to Robert King from Canada. He's a 83 kilo Master 1 lifter, loading the bar up with 105 kilos. Robert King is, he had a hip replacement just over a year ago, and he's made a great recovery. He lifted in the the Masters Worlds down in South Africa just a few weeks ago. Did a great job there. He was helped coach the Canadian team at that meet, and now he's traveled here to Panama to lift for himself here in the Regional Bench Championships. Gets himself locked in. Takes the lift off himself. And he's on the board. 3 white lights for Robert King. Going to keep the weight the same. Ricardo Gioiani. He's a 93 kilo open bench lifter. He's opened up with 105 kilos. He's from Panama. And by the way, our referees this afternoon are Alex Alvarado, the chief referee, Cat 1 international referee from Puerto Rico, Robert Massey from the U.S. Virgin Islands, and Nora Keller from Costa Rica. We also have a 3-member international jury. Ricardo gets the start command, presses it up, nice and smooth. He's on the board with 3 white lights. Made that look easy. So our international jury is made up of Mac from the United States, Mike Armstrong from Canada, and Claudia from Brazil. So our next lifter moves it up 2.5 kilos to 107.5 kilos. Masters 2, 93 kilo lifter. Robert Trucan from Canada. Robert has been competing for over 30 years. Goes up nice and smooth. And we got 3 white lights. So I want to thank our sponsors for this event. We couldn't do it without you. Metrics, SSP, Sports Nutrition, SBD, Titan. Thank you very much for supporting powerlifting. Also, Uplift. So here comes Mike Settles from the United States. 110 kilo opener. He's a Masters 4 lifter in the 83 kilo class. Mike's no stranger to the international lifting scene. I've seen him at numerous events. Starting off with 110 kilos. Gets the start command. Nice and smooth up to the top. Locks it out. 3 white lights. Good lift for Mike Settles. Do you got the kilo conversion somewhere where it shows that it's like 110 kilos is 240 pounds or something like that? Howard Aaron, United States, 83 kilo Masters 3 division, 125 kilos on the bar. Nice round 275 pounds. Little over 1.5 times his body weight on his opening attempt. Presses it up. Oh, nice bar speed all the way up. 3 white lights, successful lift for Howard. Going to keep the bar the same weight. 83 open kilo lifter. Henry Mendez. Henry's from here, our host nation here in Panama. In the first flight, the early session this morning, Panama got their first international IPF, NAPF gold medal as they're our host nation, and just recently joined the IPF, and we welcome them, and they have been great hosts for this event here in Panama. We've had a great time. There he gets the press command, nice and smooth. Nice opener. Oh, 2-1 on the lifts. Apparently, the center referee didn't like the lockout either at the start or end of that lift because he gave him a blue card. But it is a good lift. He's on the board. So we move Ronnie Robinson. 130 kilos. He's doubling his divisions. He's in the open division and the Masters 193 kilo. Also from Panama. Walks out. Got the crowd behind him. Hear the shouts in the background. Ronnie is a policeman here in Panama, 40 years old. Oh, nice. An opener that looks like an opener. Nice bar speed throughout that lift. Move the bar up 5 kilos to the 93 kilo Masters 3 division. Claude Welcome from the United States. Claude, 68 years old, been competing for 35 plus years. Loves being a mechanic, and he's a coach. He's going to do his own liftoff off the platform, 135 kilos. Nice and easy. Up to lockout. 3 white lights. Claude's on the board. Brendan Cepedes. He's from Costa Rica, is our next lifter. He's doubling up his divisions. He's in the Open 83 and Junior 140 kilo opener. 1.7 times his body weight. Getting some valuable international experience here at NAPF North American Regionals. Presses it up, see what they say. Good lift, 3 white lights, Brandon. Kalen Burke is our next lifter from the United States. 145 kilos. He's in both the 83 Open and Junior division. 21 years old, student. Enjoys making films. Gets himself set up on the bench. Coached by Mike Burns from the United States. Trying to lock in a high arch position as best he can. Takes his own handoff. Gets himself set. The head referee asked for a replace. Said he's got to get that get his elbows locked out at the beginning of the lift, so he had to replace the bar. There's 6 seconds. See if they can do this quick. 2. Gets the lift off just in time. And it is 2-1. Good lift. Mr. Burke slid that in just under the radar before the clock expired. So we're going to keep the bar at the same weight for Francisco Murillo. He's in the 93 kilo open division, opening up at 145 kilos. This is his first year competing, 24 years old, and he's a student. Gaining some good experience here. Nice smooth lift through there, off the chest, good speed all the way up the lockout. 3 white lights for a good lift for Francisco. Moving to the Masters 3 division, 93 kilos. John Jenkins in the United States, 150 kilo opening attempt. John, 61 years old, gets himself set up. drives it off. Good power off the chest. And it is a good lift. 3 white lights. Staying in the 93 kilo class, but going to the open division. Same weight, 150 kilos. Sumit Shamara. He's from Canada. Lifting in the open division, 93 kilos. Gets the blocks set by the side spotter. If you're using blocks in a competition, it is the athlete's responsibility to make sure that his feet are completely on those blocks. Oh, put some weight on the bar there. That was fast. And 3 white lights. So if you use the blocks, you're responsible as an athlete to make sure your feet are centered on those blocks. You can't have your feet hanging off the sides or either end. And they'll help you out, but it's your responsibility as an athlete to make sure you're there. Now we have a Costa Rican lifter, Daniela Ward, moving the bar up 20 kilos to 170 kilos. He'll be the last lifter in this round. Then we move back up to second attempts for the A flight. He's in the 83 kilo open division. Gets set up, locks his belt. Talking to the handoff man, getting good, giving him instructions for a good handoff. This is just over 2 times his body weight at 170 kilos. Fires it up off the chest, powers it up to lockout. Good lift, 3 white lights. Daniela Ward on the board. So everybody had a successful opening lift in this round. Moving to the top of the order, the Sam Penner. He was successful at 60 kilos, moving up to 65 kilos. Sam, 89 years old, still competing, enjoying traveling. I met him last year in Costa Rica. Very nice guy. He's been competing for 9 years, so he started when he was 80 years old into powerlifting. So powerlifting's for all ages, from young to very old. Sam gets a shout out from the crowd as he comes out to the platform. So one of the things that's important as we get older is maintaining bone density, and resistance training through weightlifting helps maintain bone density as you get older. Gets the press command. Locks it out. 3 white lights. Sam 2 for 2 so far. Move up to 110 kilos for Ricardo Joyan. Ricardo's in the 93 kilo open division. Was successful at 105 kilos, moving it up 5 kilos to 110. I want to give a shout out and credit to our spotters, loaders, who give quality handoffs to these lifters and also keep everybody safe. Couldn't do these championships without their work and their volunteer. They're all volunteers helping out. We couldn't do it without them. So Ricardo comes out, lifting for Panama, 110 kilos on the bar. blasts it off his chest. Right through the transition point all the way to lockout. Good lift, 2 for 2 for Ricardo. Robert Durchin. He's also from Panama, moving up to 112.5 kilos. Masters 2, 93 kilo lifter. I'm sorry, he's from Canada, excuse me. Robert successful with 107.5 kilos on his opening attempt. Robert, 51 years old, Masters 2 lifter. A lot of competitive powerlifting under his belt. Nice and smooth all the way up. Has 3 white lights. Good lift. Now to the other Robert in the Canadian team, Robert King. He's in the 83 kilo Masters 1 division. Successful at 105 kilos. Jumps it up to 115 kilos for his second lift. Robert King very involved with the CPU international teams, traveling around, supporting, coaching, mentoring other lifters up there in Canada. Kind of a more narrower grip bench style. Not trying to max out the width of the grip on the bar. Gets it up. Good speed all the way through. 3 white lights. Good lift, Robert King. 2 for 2 on the day. Going to keep the bar at the same weight. This is an 83 kilo Masters 4 lifter. Mike Settles from the United States. Mike was successful at 110 kilos. Moves it up 5 kilos. Getting support from his teammates here in the room. A little over 1.4 times his body weight on this attempt. Gets himself set. Nice speed through that lift all the way up to lockout. Referees call it 3 white lights. Mike's 2 for 2 also. Keep rolling along. Open 83 kilo, 127.5 kilos on the bar for Henry Mendez. Henry from here in Panama. Panama being the gracious host of this championships with an excellent venue here in Panama City. Henry gets the start command, drives it up, fights it through the sticking point, up to lockout. 3 white lights. So when you press out the bar, you can stop and re-accelerate, but you can't go up and down with the bar. If you did, that would be a red light with a blue card. So Henry got that, and he's 2 for 2 on the day. Good lift. Howard Aaron from the United States is our next lifter. 12.5 kilo increase up to 137.5. He's a Masters 3, 83 kilo lifter. Gets the rack command. Locked it out. Good lift. Howard Aaron making it look easy. 2 for 2. So far, I don't want to give a commentator's jinx, but so far everybody's made their lift successfully. Claude Welcome from the United States is the next lifter. 5 kilo increase over his first one, up to 140 kilos. Masters 3, 93 kilo lifter. 68 years old. Lots of competitive experience over 35 years. He holds the 2016 IPF bench champion title. Presses it up. Fights it. It's a battle. Oh, and there goes the commentator's jinx. Sorry about that there, Claude. I apologize. Come around and get it on the third attempt. Moving on, same weight, different division. It's the Masters 1 93 kilo and Open 93 kilo. Ronnie Robinson here in Panama. He's a police officer. Was successful at 130 kilos, taking a 10 kilo jump up to 140 kilos. Sporting the Panama singlet colors. Been competing in powerlifting for 8 years. Masters 1, first year eligible for that, 40 years old. Takes it down. Blows it off his chest, explodes it up to lockout. Good lift, 3 white lights. He made that one look light. Brandon Sapetas is our next lifter. He's taking the bar up another 5 kilos to 145. 83 kilo open and junior lifter. Coached by Manolo from Costa Rica. Sporting that Titan singlet. One of our presenting sponsors. Getting his high arch locked in on that bench. Presses it. Nice smooth lift off the chest up to lockout. Good lift. 2 for 2. Colin Burke Pryor, United States, taking a 2.5 kilo increase off of his opener. He's in the 83 kilo open and junior division. Just 21 years old, been competing for 3 years. Getting some valuable international experience, traveling down here to Panama for these regional championships. In his first attempt, he had a replace call for not having his elbow locked out. Just on the, got his attempt off just before the clock expired. Gets himself set. Presses it up. Nice, powerful, good speed up. Solid 3 light lift. He's 2 for 2 on the day. Francisco Murillo moving the bar up to 152.5 kilos. He's in the 93 open division, successful at 145 kilos on his first attempt. 24 years old, first year of competing in international powerlifting. It's 1.7 times his body weight for his second attempt. Drives it up, fights, battles it up, gets it through that transition sticking point for a good lift. 3 white lights. Francisco 2 for 2. Sumit Sharma from Canada Successful on his opener at 150 kilos, moving up to 160. He's in the open 93 kilo class, 33 years old. He's a correctional officer up in Canada. This will be just over 1.7 times his body weight, using the small blocks to get that leg drive that you need in benching. Get that power transitioned over up into the bar press. 353 pounds. Gets the handoff from the spotter. Drives it up. No problems there. Nice solid lift and 3 white lights. 2 for 2. '93 kilo Masters 3 lifter John Jenkins. Taking a 15 kilo jump, opened at 150 kilos, moves it up to 165 kilos. John, 61-year-old Master 3 lifter. Has multiple Virginia state titles. The 2019 IPF World Champion in bench. 165 kilos on the bar. Drives it up. This is a battle. Fighting it. Oh, not there. Good job for the spotters. Grab the bar. Keep that lifter safe. He'll retry again on his 3rd attempt. Now we move to our last lifter for 2nd attempts in this A flight. Daniela Ward, Costa Rica. He was successful at 170 kilos on his 1st attempt, moving up to 175 kilos. This is slightly over 2 times body weight for him. It's 2.1 times body weight. Had a solid opening attempt at 170 kilos. It's just under, it's like 390 something pounds. Driving it up, locks it out. 3 white lights, good lift. How much more can this kid throw on that bar? So we're starting at 3rd round lifts. 3rd round lifts in bench press are the same as 3rd round lifts and deadlift in a 3-lift competition. You can make up to 2 changes of your 3rd attempt. And that brings in the strategies if you're tied or close on some other competitor in your division. So we'll see what happens and how this plays out as this round goes on. So Sam Penner from the United States, Masters 4, 89 years old. Successful at 60 and 65 kilos, puts another 5 kilos on. And he's attempted 70 kilos on his 3rd attempt. He's in the Masters 4, 83 kilo division. Just under a full body weight lift for him at almost 90 years old. Sam, a retired physicist. Presses it up. Nope, not there. The spotters get the bar. He gets a big round of applause from the crowd. Standing ovation from the crowd. Sam Penner. Moving to the 93 Masters 2 division. Robert Turcan, Canada, coming out. 115 kilos on the bar. Successful on his second attempt, well, both attempts, but his second attempt was 112 and a half. 1 1/4 times body weight. 51 years old in the Masters 2 division. Gets the handoff. Drives it up. Nope, hadn't happening today. Gave it a good ride. He's successful with 112 and a half kilos for the championship. Carry that forward into his total. Moving up 2.5 kilos to the other Robert King, Canada also. Successful in his first 2 attempts. This one's 117 and a half for his third. Robert in the Masters 1 83 kilo division. 1.4, a little over 1.4 times body weight. Gets himself locked in, takes his own handoff or liftoff. Solid press, pushes it, muscles it through, battles it up to lockout. And it's a good lift. 3 white lights, Robert King. 117 and a half kilos for the championship. Gonna keep this same weight, 93 kilo open division for Ricardo Joyan. 117 and a half kilos. 1.25 body weight. Panamanian lifter. 260 pounds, 259 pounds on this attempt. Got his Titan belt, Titan singlet. Titan, one of our sponsors, along with SBD, Uplift, SSP. Drives it off his chest. Up to lockout. Made it look easy. 3 white lights. Good lift. Ricardo carrying 117 and a half kilos into total. Back to the 83 kilo division. This is the Masters 4 division. Mike Settles from the United States. Successful at 115 kilos on his second attempt. Jumping up 5 kilos to 120. This is right at 1.5 times body weight. Getting himself psyched up. Measures his grip, gets the bar locked in. So the bell is tolling. Here we go, third attempt. Gets the start command. Drives it steadily up, all the way to lockout. Gets the rack command. And 3 white lights. Good lift, Mike Settles. Mike locks in a total of 120 kilos for the championship. Now we go to Henry Mendez. 130 kilos. 83 kilo open division. Just a 2.5 kilo increase from his second attempt. You hear that noise? That's a noisemaker the Mexican contingent has. You can hear it in the background, cheering on the Panamanian lifter. Gets the start command, presses it up, drives it, fighting it, trying to get it to lockout. Locks it out. See what they say. Oh no, 3 reds up and down on the bar. So he's successful on his first 2 attempts. And so he carries 127.5 kilos forward for his total. So we're moving up 10 kilos to 140 kilos for Howard Aaron, United States. Successful on his first 2 attempts. His second bench was 137.5 kilos. He's in the Masters 3 83 kilo division. Looks like he's got the gold medal wrapped up. This will be a victory lap for him if he can nail this lift. 2.5 kilos over his second attempt. Gets the press command. Drives it up. Slow and steady all the way up. 3 white lights. Good lift. Solid day for Howard. Keeping the weight the same. Claude Welcome in the Masters 393 kilo class. Missed 140 kilos on his second attempt, keeping it there for his third attempt, 140 kilos. He was successful at 135 on his first. Currently in the silver medal position. Looks like this lift will keep him in the silver medal position for the category, or Masters 3 Cat 93 kilo class. Drives it up solid all the way through. No problems there. Good lift, 3 white lights. Solid lift there. So there's a change. We're going to see how it sorts out here. I've just been told. So Ronnie Robertson is our next lifter. Somebody else put a change in. So Ronnie Robertson is going to be lifting 150 kilos. You can hear that noisemaker in the background. He's in the 93 kilo open and Masters 1 division. He's 40 years old. He's a policeman from here in Panama. Successful on his first 2 lifts. In the open division, he's in the bronze medal position. And in the Masters 1, he's got the gold medal position. So he gets the handoff here. Gets the press command, fighting it up, trying, nope, not quite there. Got stuck at that transition point. Couldn't quite get that lift, but he gave it a heck of a ride. So he finishes with 140 kilos for his total. Brendan Zapatas. Whoop, do we have another change? We have another change here. So, waiting for my computer to update here as we have another change. See how this goes. Like I said, you can have up to 2 changes here as they strategize, trying to maneuver each other for medals here. Positioning. So who do we have? Yep, we have Brendan Zapatas right now from Costa Rica. He's getting wrapped. He's getting ready to come out. Brendan Zapatas, 83 kilo open and junior lifter. He's in the bronze medal position in the open right now, and he's the silver medal position in the junior 83 kilo class. Bars loaded with 152.5 kilos. He was successful on his second attempt at 145 kilos, so 7.5 kilo increase. Gets the lift off. Presses it up, battling. Fighting it up, gets it to lockout. See what they say. Good lift, 3 white lights. Brendan Zapatas. So Brendan, real quick, is in the silver medal position in the open. That lift put him in the silver medal position. However, it looks like our next lifter, Cullen Burke Pryor, is going to try to leapfrog him. So Brendan is in the silver in the open position, gold in the juniors. Now if Cullen is successful, he'll leapfrog Brendan to move into the silver and gold position in his respective categories. So that would be gold in juniors and silver in the open, 83 kilo. So he gets the handoff. Gets the press command, fighting it up. Not quite there, gave it a nice shot. So we love to see these battles going on, strategy being played out. Sometimes it works, sometimes it just falls a little short. So Brendan will be your junior gold medalist. Burke Pryor will be your silver medalist in the junior division. And then Brendan Cepedas will be your silver medalist in the open, it appears. And Burke Pryor will be your bronze medalist in the 83 open division. So now we move up to 160 kilos, the 93 kilo open division. Francisco Murillo, he's in the silver medal position. This is a 7.5 kilo jump. This will keep him in the silver position to solidify it. Francisco, 24-year-old student, first year of competitive powerlifting, doing a great job here today. 1.8 times body weight, 353 pounds. Drives it up. Nope, not moving off his chest. Looked like he tried to heave that up a little bit, which you're not allowed to do, but looked like he's trying to give it a good ride. So it looks like it'll be your silver medalist in the 93 kilo open division. Now the 93 kilo Masters 3 division. John Jenkins, successful on his first lift at 150 kilos. Missed 165 on his second. He's retaken it again. He's got the gold medal for the Masters 393s. This is his second year of competitive powerlifting, and he's already competing internationally here in the North American Power Federation. 61 years old. Drives it up. You see the leg drive there, trying to get it moving. He's frozen. Oh, frozen in time there at that transition sticking point when you transition from chest and shoulders up to triceps. Couldn't quite get it, but gave it a heck of a ride. John Jenkins, your gold medalist in the 93 kilo Masters 3 division. Sumit Sharma, Canada, successful on his first two lifts, moving up 10 kilos to 170 kilos. He's in the gold medal position in the 93 kilo open division. He's got the gold medal wrapped up. This is going to be a victory lap for him. See what he can do. 375 pounds for those who are kilo challenged. Sharma, 33-year-old correction officer from Canada. 1.85 times body weight. Presses it up, battling. Nope, not quite there. However, he still gets the gold medal for his second attempt at 160 kilos. Congratulations. Our last lifter for Fly Day. 180 kilos. 397 pounds. Just short of the magic 400 pounds. from Costa Rica, Daniela Ward. Successful at 170, successful at 175. Now 180 kilos. He is your gold medalist in the 83 kilo open division. Coming out with Stoke. Getting his psych on. Takes the handoff. Getting shouts of encouragement from his team. Driving. Nope, not quite there. So he carries 175 kilos over for his total. He is the 83 kilo open gold medalist. We'll be doing awards after Flight B's all done. You'll be able to see that live here on the live stream after all the flights have been completed. And we're going to take a 4-minute break here. And we'll be right back for Flight B. Don't you go anywhere. I'm Steve Crane, and we'll be back shortly.
Let's go! Spent all of my life breaking all the rules, stepping out of line, the streets of my school. Can't get enough of a good time, gonna live it up while I'm still alive. I'm a hellraiser, risk taker, full speed ahead till I'm dead in the fast lane. Live wire, wildfire, I'd rather burn up in flames than fade away. You gotta live it up. The devil may care, but I don't give a damn. To hell with the reason, it's all a scam. You got the invitation, I got the booze.
So welcome back. We're live in Panama City, Panama. 14th annual IPF North American Powerlifting Federation North American Regional Bench Press Championships. I'm Steve Crane from Puerto Rico, broadcasting live. We're starting off with our Flight B of this afternoon session. First lifter is Hugo Bermudez. He's from Costa Rica in the super heavy 120 plus kilo junior and sub-junior, and open division. Open up with 85 kilos. Hugo's a student in Costa Rica. Got the pleasure of meeting him, the bench only there last year. Gets the press command, makes it look easy. Start off Flight B with 3 white lights and a good lift for Hugo. Moving to John Moore, 100 kilos, Masters 405 kilo class. This B flight will be the heavier weights, 105, 120, and 120 plus divisions. Moving the bar up to 100 kilos for John Moore. This is right at body weight for him. 220 pounds on the bar. Masters 4 being 70 years and older. Masters 3, 60 to 69. Masters 2, 50 to 59. And Masters 1, 40 to 49. Then you have your junior category, sub-juniors 14 to 18 years old, and junior 19 to 23. Everything else is the open division. John gets himself set up on the bar. 100 kilo opening attempt. John Moore from the United States. Close grip bencher. Blows it off his chest. Lightning fast bar speed all the way to the top. 3 white lights. Good lift, John Moore. See what kind of jump he makes there, because that was really fast. Gonna stay at the same weight, 100 kilos, 220 pounds. Danielle Royer. Masters 3 lifter in the 105 kilo division. 62 years old, been competing for 43 plus years. Got a silver medal in the World Bench Press in both 1989 1999. He's been in over 20 World Championships in powerlifting. Powerlifting, one of those life sports you can do your whole life. Masters 3 lifter, so he's 60 to 69 years old. Daniel being 62 years old. Drives it up to lockout. See what they say. 3 white lights. He's on the board. Still keeping it here at 100 kilos. Dennis Saar. He's a Masters 3, also in the 105 kilo class. Been competing for 6 years. 63 years old from Canada. Gets the call to come out to the bench. Get this competition rolling here. Masters 305 kilos. Going head to head here. Matching each other lift for lift. Gets the start command. Drives it up easy. Looks like we're going to have a competition here in the Masters 3 division. Got the lift 2-1. Side referee didn't like, said his foot lifted up off the ground. When you're benching, you got to keep your feet flat as your shoes will allow and not pick them up. Can't have your heels come off the ground or roll your feet. They can slide slightly if they're flat, but they can't get picked up or moved in the other ways. So that was a good lift. They're both on the board. We're going to have to watch that battle as we come into third attempts. It's going to be interesting. Putting 25 more kilos on the bar for 125 kilos for Hugo Velasquez. Doctor out of Costa Rica. Secretary for North American Power Lifting Region. All around good guy. This is right at body weight for him. 275.5 pounds. Dr. Hugo Velasquez. Communicating with the handoff man. Make sure he gets the handoff the way he likes it. The start command from Alex Alvarado, chief referee. Locks it out. Good speed all the way through that lift. Good lift. Hugo's on the board. Dr. Hugo. Darren Perez, our next lifter. 140 kilos is being loaded onto the bar. He's in the 105 kilo open division. Again, our referees for this B session, Alex Alvarado, Category 1 referee from Puerto Rico, Nora from Costa Rica, so Darren lifting for Panama, here our host nation, 140 kilos on the bar, 105 kilo division. Open. Gets the lift off. Drives it up off his chest. Solid all the way up. 3 white lights. Mr. Perez is on the board, 140 kilos. Mario Alejandro Garcia. Doubling it up, he's in the 120 plus division. That's over 120 kilos weight class. The men's open and masters 1 division. 155 kilos on the bar. 341, almost 342 pounds. And the third referee that I failed to mention is Robert Massey, the other side referee from the U.S. Virgin Islands. So we do have a 3 international 3-member jury, 3 international referees on the platform. World records can fall here in Panama City. Gets the start command. Mario fires that up like it's an empty bar. 3 white lights. I think we're going to see a little more put on that. That was very light. Felix Mendez, 160 kilo attempt is being loaded. He's in the 120 kilo, both the open and masters 1 division. Felix from Puerto Rico, my home. Body weight is 1.3 times his body weight, just about 1 1/3 times his body weight. 160 kilos. Locking in that grip. Drives it up. Slow and steady all the way through, up to the top. Good lift, Felix Mendez. Puerto Rico in the house. So we're going to keep the weight the same on the bar, 160 kilos. Jim Ray, Masters 3 lifter, 120 kilo class. From the United States. He wants the small, looks like he wants the small blocks he's calling for. He gets the award for the best mustache here at the competition. Comes out with determination, and here you can see he's adjusting the blocks where he wants them. It's his responsibility as a lifter to make sure his whole foot is there. Jim competing for 20 plus years in the Masters 3 division now, age 62. He's an IT professor out of the University of Wisconsin. He's got 20 seconds left to get himself settled down and get the handoff here. Gets the handoff, 10 seconds left. Waiting for it. Yep, he's going to time out, looks like. They had him replaced. He didn't have his feet completely on the blocks. And the time's out. Time off. Time's called. No lift. There's an example of you got to get yourself set on those blocks, feet completely centered on them, not hanging off. So he'll have to recycle and try it again on his second lift. Still haven't lighted that. They have to do their lights, man. So Jim Ray will have to recycle that a second time or change his step if he wants to stay with his plan. There's no lift there. Looks like they went to the jury, and they're going to give Jim Ray a lift at the end of the round. So they're going to let him retake that. They're going to overturn that because of the fact of the difficulties with the blocks that were here on the platform at the time. So we move on, 167.5 kilos, Jonathan Ramirez, Masters 1, 120 plus kilo lifter. Going to open up at 167.5 kilos. And again, for those friends, family, and fans of Jim Ray, he's going to get another attempt at the end of the round because he didn't really even get any kind of attempt there. He just barely took the bar off the rack until. So here comes Jonathan Ramirez from Mexico. The Mexican fans with their noisemakers supporting him in the background. Again, Jonathan in the 120 plus kilo Masters 1 division. Jonathan's first year as a Masters 1 and 40 years old. Fires it off his chest. Solid speed up. That's a good lift. 3 white lights. Jonathan on the board. So now we move to Clint Poor, United States. 185 kilo opener. He's in the 120 kilo open and Masters 1 division. Sporting his Eagle singlet from Titan. The USA colors on it. Titan being one of our sponsors along with SBD. SSP Nutrition, Elanco, Uplift, and TB Arsenal Sports Nutrition from here in Panama. Thank you to our sponsors for making this possible. Couldn't do this event without them. Couldn't do powerlifting meets without them. So here he comes. Gets himself stoked. Ready to go. .65 times body weight on this attempt. 407 pounds. Solid speed all the way off the chest up to lockout. 2-1, good lift. The chief referee said his head popped off the bench, I believe, got him a yellow card. But good lift. Side referees call white lights. So we're going to keep the weight the same. Chris Walter, 105 kilo open and Masters 1 lifter. 1.86 times body weight. At 185 kilos, 407 pounds. Almost 408 pounds. Chris from the United States in his SBD slinglet. USA plastered across his chest. Gets himself locked in. Moving the safeties. Apparently the safeties were in the wrong position. So he had the safeties changed, so the clock doesn't reset because they were correct. He just had them changed. This is on his own time. Gets the start command. Presses it up. Solid speed all the way up. 3 white lights. Good lift. So Chris Walter on the board, 185 kilos. And now we're going to have Jim Ray, who had the issue with the blocks in the earlier attempt. Never got an attempt off, so this is a relift at the end of the round here. So they're going to set the bar at 160 kilos. The jury deliberated and said they're going to give him a relift, so that was out of fairness to the athletes. Jim decided not to use the blocks this time and remove the confusion with all that stuff. So he's going to go just with a normal bench, no blocks. 160 kilo, Masters 3 division, 120 kilo class. Got his game face on, he's ready to go. Jim competing for over 20 years in powerlifting, 62 years old. Gets ready to go. Yes, the handoff from the spotter. Presses it up, solid and easy. 3 white lights, he's on the board. That's what relifts are for, to give fairness to the athletes. And he has a good lift. So we're going to go back up to the top of the order. This is the start of second round benches. Hugo Bermudez, 10 kilo increase to 95 kilos. Hugo just 18 years old. He's lifting in the juniors division, so sometime this year he's going to turn 19. He's going to be competing for 7 years. Hugo, a student, enjoys shooting some pool. Hugo's both in the open and sub-junior division, so he's not a junior, sub-junior division. So at 18 years old, he's gonna stay. This is his last year as a sub-junior. Next year, he'll be moving up to the junior division. As that year, and sometime in next year, he'll turn 19. Hugo in the 120 plus division. Gets the handoff. Presses it up, slow and steady up to lockout. 3 white lights, good lift. Hugo 2 for 2 on the day. So we move up to 105 kilos, 231 pounds. John Moore, Masters 4 lifter from the United States in the 105 kilo division. Get the bars set. Bars called loaded by Alex Alvarado. Thank you for joining us here in these championships live from Panama City, Panama. 14th annual IPF NAPF North American Regional Bench Press Championships. John gets those shoulders locked into that bench so he doesn't shift around. Those feet solidly on the platform. Gets the handoff from the handoff man. Takes it down. Presses it up. Nice speed, solid to the top. 3 white lights. Good lift. He's 2 for 2. John Moore from the United States. Danielle Royer moves the bar up to 107.5 kilos. He's in the Masters 3 105 kilo division. This is our 105 kilo Masters 3 battle going on. Got 2 lifters in it. Got Daniel Royer and Dennis Saar. Right now they're tied on the first attempts. Both were successful at 100 kilos. However, Dennis is slightly lighter in body weight, so Danielle is in the silver medal position in this battle. So we're just starting. This is his second attempt. So Daniel's moved up 7.5 kilos to 107.5 kilos. Gets the handoff. Presses it up. Gets it to lockout. And it is a good lift. 3 white lights. This battle continues. So Dennis Saar, he's the next lifter out. He's going to increase to 110 kilos. Put a little drama in this battle, trying to get a 2.5 kilo lead here. He's from Canada. $105 kilo Masters 3. So now, since Daniel was successful, Dennis needs this to get back into first place. Drives it up. Not a problem there. 3 white lights. Moves back into first place. Good lift. Now we have Dr. Hugo Velasquez. He's from Costa Rica. Successful at 125 kilos, moving up to 140 kilos, 308. He's in the Masters 320 plus division. Hugo, one of the officers in the North American Power Federation. Also a Category 1 international referee.
All right, next lister from Costa Rica, Dr. Hugo Velasquez. Give a big round of applause. Moving from 125 to 140.
So it's a 140 kilo attempt.
Masters 3, 120 plus.
Gets himself locked in on the bench. Narrow grip bencher for the size of him. Drives it up slow and steady lockout. And it says good lift, 3 white lights. Hugo Velasquez, Costa Rica. Now we increase 5 more kilos to 145 kilos. Darren Perez, Panama. He's a policeman and a personal trainer. Been competing in powerlifting for 5 years, 34 years old. He's in the 105 kilo open division, currently in the silver medal position in that class. Just under 1.5 times his body weight. Getting support from the Mexican crowd and their noisemaker. Taryn gets himself locked in. Handoff. Takes it down slow. Drives it up slow. Steady. All the way to lockout. Good lift. And the Mexican supporters give him a good shout out with their noisemaker. Good lift. Mario Alejandro Garcia, Costa Rica. Successful at 155 kilos. Moving up to 167.5 kilos. He's in the 120 plus open and Masters 1 division. He's currently first in the open and second in the Masters 1 division. He's competing against Jonathan Ramirez, who was successful at 167.5 kilos on his opener. So he's trying to tie that, close that gap down. Mario takes the handoff. Presses it up, slow and steady, strong all the way up. Lift is good. Mario closing that gap down. So we're going to see a battle here, I think, in the third attempts in the Masters 1 division for the 120 kilo class. I'm sorry, that's the 120 plus Masters 1 division. So we're going to keep the bar the same weight, 167.5 kilos. This will be the 120 kilo open and Masters 1 division. Felix Mendez. He's currently in the silver medal position in both divisions. Successful at 160 kilos on his first attempt. Taking this up 7.5 kilos to 167.5. 1.45 times his body weight. Presses it up, sticks there at the transition point, and it's just not there. Spotters take it, no lift. So he'll have to try that again on his third attempt, or move it up a little bit. It's his choice. So now we have Jim Ray, who got the relift on the second attempt. On the first lift. After having some issues with the blocks, he says no blocks, don't want them this time. 10 kilo increase, 170 kilos. Masters 3, 120 kilo lifter. I give him the award for best mustache of the championships. Gets his stoke on, he's ready to go. 160 kilos looked easy for him. IT professor from the University of Wisconsin. Over 20 years of competition experience here in powerlifting. Set up with a wide grip. Drives it up slow and steady. Keeps it going up to lockout. Gets the rec command. 3 white lights, good lift. 170 kilos, Jim Ray. Solid lift in there. So now here's our other Masters 120 plus kilo lifter in the battle of the 120 plus Master 1 kilo lifters. Jonathan Ramirez gonna attempt 172.5 kilos. It's a 5 kilo increase off his opening attempt of 167.5. He's from Mexico, the Mexican contingent giving shouts of encouragement with their giant noisemaker. Currently in the gold medal position after 1 lift. See if he can maintain it after this second lift. Gets the handoff. Presses it up all the way through. Solid all the way to lockout. Good lift. Increases his lead. He's maintaining a 5 kilo lead in that Masters 1 division. So we have Clint Poore from the United States, successful at 185 kilos. Moving up 5 to 190. He's in both the Open Masters 1 120 class. Currently in the gold medal position in both. They're getting getting the rack all set up for him. He's ready to go. Waiting for the bar to be called ready. Here he comes. Some determination on his face. He's getting his stoke on, ready to go. 419 pounds on the bar, 190 kilos. This is more than a small motorcycle he's trying to press here. Right, screams it up to the top. Good lift, solid lift, 3 white lights. Clint Poore putting on a show. So Chris Walter be our last lifter in this round. United States, 105 kilo Open Masters 1 division lifter. Gold medal currently in both divisions. 192.5 kilos. After this, we move to the 3rd round. We'll see what kind of drama unfolds there. But right now, it's all about Chris and his 2nd round lift. Presses it up solid. Are you sure that was 192.5 kilos? It was, and it was a good lift. Solid all the way through. Makes it look easy. So here we go. 3rd round. We had 2 lifters pass on their 3rd lifts. Hugo Velasquez and John Moore both are passing on their 3rd lifts. So you have John Moore carrying forward 105 kilos and Hugo Velasquez 140 kilos. They both have their gold medals locked up. Hugo in the Masters 3 120 plus division. John Moore, the Masters 4 105 kilo division. Both your gold medalists. They decided enough's enough. 2's good for me. I'm going to call it a day. Now we have Hugo Bermudez from Costa Rica, increasing 10 kilos to 105 kilos. He's a 120 plus sub-junior, just 18 years old, and the open division lifter. He's gold medal in the sub-junior, silver position in the open. Gets the press command. Oh, no, not quite there. But he did carry forward at 95 kilos for his total. And good for silver in the open and gold in the sub-junior. So now comes the battle of the Master Threes in the 105 kilo division. See what kind of things happen here. We've got Daniel Royer, Canada, 110 kilos on the bar. Currently in the silver medal position. Looks like he's throwing in the towel for trying to go for the gold. Looks like he's happy doing the silver, which he's currently in. Moving up 2.5 kilos to 110 kilos, 242.5 pounds. Gets the start command, takes it down. Slow and steady up to lockout. And the lift is 3 white lights, good lift. Daniel Royer. So Dennis Saar, he is your gold medalist. He's going to do a victory lap of adding 5 kilos onto his 110 kilo successful second lift. Masters 305 kilo division, 63-year-old lifter. Been competing for 6 years. Getting the bar ready for him as he comes out. Dennis from Canada. This is 253, almost 254 pounds. Presses it up. Oh, nice speed on that third attempt. All the way up to lockout. Good lift. Dennis Saar. So he is your gold medalist in the Masters 3 105 degree division, 105 kilo division, excuse me. So now we have Felix Mendez. He's in the Open 120 and Masters 120 kilo class. Silver medalist in both. Trying to retake 167.5 kilos. He missed it on his second attempt. Was successful at 160 kilos on his first attempt. Talking 330 pounds here, almost 331. 34-year-old policeman. Been competing for a little over 5 years in powerlifting from Panama. Gets the handoff, start command. Presses it up, battling it through. Oh, nice, all the way up to lockout. Powered it through that, battling through that transition period up to lockout. 3 white lights. Felix Mendez, successful at 167.5. Oh, I'm sorry, that was Darren Perez. I was giving Felix all the call on that, and I apologize. That was Darren Perez from Panama. My bad, 105 kilo class. He's the silver medalist in the 105 kilo open. And that was 150 kilos he battled up there. Now we're going to move to Felix Mendez. As my computer updates here. And he's going to battle 167.5 kilos. Felix from Puerto Rico, my home. I should know better. Felix in the 120 kilo open and Masters 1. Gets the press command. Fighting it up. Nope, not quite there. He carries forward 160 kilos for his total. And silver medals in the open and Masters 1 division. So double plata, Felix Mendez, Puerto Rico. Now comes the other battle. Men's Masters 120 plus division. Mario Alejandro Garcia, successful at 167.5 kilos, taking a jump up to 175 kilos. This will move him into the gold medal position for the Masters 120 plus. He's trying to leapfrog Jonathan Ramirez, who's currently has 172.5 on the board. So if successful, Mario will move into the gold medal position with Jonathan still to lift. Mario Alejandro Garcia is your gold medalist in the open division. Presses it up, locks it out. See what they say. White lights all around. He moves into the gold medal position with Jonathan still to lift. Now Jonathan just has to lift 175 kilos, same weight, and he'll win on body weight. So we'll see what happens. But first, we have Jim Ray from the United States, who will also be taking 175 kilos. He's a Masters 320 kilo lifter. He is your gold medalist in that division. And your gold medalist in mustache for the competition. Best mustache. 3-time IPF gold medalist, 4-time USA national champion here on the platform. 62 years old. +20 years of competing in powerlifting. Lots of experience. Gets the handoff. Presses it up. Tries to press it through. Not quite there. Gave it a good ride. Successful on his first 2 attempts. Carries 170 kilos forward for his total of the day. Jim Ray. So, again, to set this up, this is Jonathan Ramirez. He lifts this. He's the gold medalist in the Masters 1. If he doesn't, he's the silver medalist. So this is for the gold. This was for the oro. Jonathan Ramirez, Mexico, 120+ kilo, Masters 1 division, 386 pounds. Drives it up, powers it through, locks it out, and the lift is good. That's a gold medal push right there. Gold medal press. Jonathan Ramirez, Mexico. So Mario Alejandro Garcia is the silver medalist in the Masters 1 division, gold medalist in the Open. Jonathan Ramirez is the gold medalist in the Masters 1 division, 120+ division. 2 lifts left for this day of competition in the classic powerlifting bench press. And we have Clint Poore, 195 kilos. This is a victory lap for him. 120 kilo open, Masters 1, gold and gold. This is for some stoke here. 195 kilos. Just showing off. Blows it up, gets it up, locks out those elbows all the way up. Good lift. Has his stoke going. Fist bumps all the way around for the referees. Gives Alex Alvarado a hug. Robert Massey a handshake. 195 kilos, Clint Poore. So here we go. This is a benchmark lift here, 200 kilos. Chris Walter, 105 kilo open Masters 1 lifter. Golden gold, already locked in. This is for self and pride. This is one of those bucket lifts. 441 pounds, 200 kilograms, 200 kilos. Gets the handoff. Drives it up. Through to lockout. Gets the rack command. 3 wide lights. Lift is good. Wow, Chris Walter. Bucket lift, 200 kilos to close out today's lifting. The Raw Lifting Day, Classic Day, comes to conclusion. We want to thank our sponsors, Elanco, Aplift, SBD, Titan, SSP Nutrition, Metrics, TB Arsenal Sports Nutrition. What can I say? Our hosts here in Panama who have been wonderful, gracious, great venue, great food, great people. My name's Steve Crane. We're going to stick around for the medal ceremonies here shortly. We're going to be back tomorrow. We're going to be lifting at 11 o'clock Central Time. That'll be the equipped lifting session. We're going to be having, I believe it's an A and a B flight. So thank you for joining us here live from Panama City, Panama for the 14th annual IPF North American Power Federation North American Regional Bench Press Championships. Stay tuned for the medal ceremonies. You'll see it live here. You guys have a good day. I'll be back tomorrow. I'll actually be refereeing on the platform, and Clint Poor will be our announcer. So you join him tomorrow at 11 o'clock, and you guys have a good day.
Y llegó, la que tenía que llegar. Lo que forman el pega-pega y lo que te ponen a menía. Lo que ponen la calentura lista pa' que se fomente la gozadera, pa' que bailen las pollitas. Chamaco, prepara artillería, vamos.
Cuando suena mi tumbao, el party se pone caliente. Seguro que tú te lo gozas, porque este flow sí que está en bomba. Cuando suena mi tumbao, el party se pone caliente. Seguro que tú te lo gozas, porque este flow sí que está en bomba. Cuando suena mi tumbao, el party se pone caliente. Seguro que tú te lo gozas, porque este flow sí que está en bomba. Cuando suena mi tumbao, el party se pone caliente. Seguro que tú te lo gozas, porque este flow.
Si lo que traigo es candela y un tumbao que resuena y a punta de tambores se fomenta la gozadera, prepara mami que llegaron los que suenan con esta bomba que se mete por tu vena y que pone a la polla a menear cadera. Los pollos ready para la pegadera. Ploma ahora que ya viene la vaciladera. Repite el coro que se pega.
Cuando suena mi tumbao, el party se pone caliente.
Se pone caliente la cosa. Mi timba suena y te pone loca.
Cuando suena mi tumbao, el party se pone caliente.
Se forma la gozadera y la cosa. La polla ready pa'l pega-pega.
Cuando suena mi tumbao, el party se pone caliente.
Llegaron lo que tú esperabas. La mecánica botando la casa por la ventana.
Cuando suena mi tumbao, el party se pone caliente. Toda la llave tan crazy, crazy, toda la llave tan crazy.
Y con mi timba cerrada,
El party se pone caliente. Porque este flow sí que está en bomba.
Why play true? Play true for joy. Play true for respect. Play true for fairness, for inclusion, with pride, with courage, for sport, for equity,
All right, we're gonna
for
start.
community. Play true for life. So many reasons
All
to play
lifters,
true.
lifters
What's
competed, come to the
yours?
staging area. Lifters, if you competed, come to the staging area.
Spent all of my life breaking all the rules.
All lifters, come behind the platform, staging area, in your uniform, jackets, pants, shoes, no hats, no sandals.
Hellraiser is taken full speed ahead till I'm dead in the fast lane. Live wire, wildfire. I'd rather burn up in flames to fade away. You gotta live it up. 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 The devil may care, but I don't give a damn. To hell with the reason.
All right, then if you're in Flight A, you can line up next to Robert Massey. Flight A, all our 83 and 93 kilo lifters line up next to Massey. Lifters, if you are in Flight A, 83 kilo and 93 kilo, please come behind the platform to the staging area and line up next to Robert Massey. 83 kilo and 93 kilo lifters, Flight A. We're going to start in 2 minutes. Mr. Tibby, could you come on up? Help us give out the awards. Mr. Tibby. All right, Robert Massey, whenever you're ready, marshal them out. Please follow Robert Massey if you're in Flight A, our 83 kilo and 93 kilo lifters. All right, go, Robert. Yep, go. Please give our Flight A lifters a big round of applause as they come on out. All right, and giving out our medals will be the NAPF Secretary General Alex Alvarado. and our meet director for this championship, Mr. Tibby. All right, we're going to start with our men's junior 83 kilo class. In the silver medal position goes to Kalen Burke Pryor. And your champion, Brandon Cespedes. Congrats, gentlemen. Moving to our Masters 1 83 kilo class, your champion from Canada, Robert King. Thank you. Moving to our Masters 1 93 kilo class, your champion, Ronnie Robinson. Panama. Thank you. Masters 2 93 kilo class, your champion, Robert Trushan. He wasn't fourth, I believe. All right, Masters 3 83 kilo class, your champion, Howard Aaron. I was just gonna have Alex explain it to them because he wasn't even close. Thank you. Moving on to our Masters 3 93 kilo class, your silver medalist from USA, Claude Welcome. And your champion, John Jenkins, also from USA. All right, we're moving into our open age divisions now. Starting off with the open 83 kilo class, your bronze medalist comeback, Kalen Burke Pryor. Silver medalist, Brandon Cespedes. And your champion, Danilo Ward, Costa Rica. All right, we ask everyone, please stand up and remove your hats for the national anthem of Costa Rica. Thank you. All right, moving into our open 93 kilo class. Your bronze medalist, Ronnie Robinson, Panama. Your silver medalist, Francisco Murillo, Costa Rica. And your champion from Canada, Sumit Sharma. Please stand for the national anthem of Canada. Thank you, gentlemen. All right, we got one more division we skipped over. We're going to go back to it now. Our Masters 4 83 kilo class. We had two lifters. Your silver medalist, Sam Penner. 89 years old, Sam Penner, USA. Masters 4 division. And your champion, also from USA in his last competition, Mike Settles. Thank you, gentlemen. All right, we got everyone now. We're going to have them go back in line, and then Robert Massey will marshal them around through the front of the platform. As they come around, please give them one big round of applause. All right, lifters, if you're in the B flight, our 105s, our 120s, 120 plus, please line up next to Robert Massey, and he will marshal you out. All right, please give our Flight B lifters a round of applause. These are our 105, our 120, and 120 plus kilogram weight classes. All right, we're going to start with our sub-junior 120 plus class. Your gold medalist, Hugo Bermudez. Thank you. All right, moving to our Masters 105 kilo class. Your champion, Chris Walter. USA. He had the final bench of the day with 200 kilos, 440 pounds. Thank you. Moving to our Masters 120 kilo class, your silver medalist, Felix Mendez. And your champion from USA, Clint Poor. Thank you, gentlemen. Moving to our Masters 120 plus class, your silver medalist, Mario Alejandro Garcia, Costa Rica. And your champion, Jonathan Ramirez, Mexico. Thank you, gentlemen. All right, moving to our Masters 3 105 kilo class, your silver medalist, Daniel Royer, Canada. And your champion, Dennis Sear. Thank you, gentlemen. Moving to our Masters 3 120 kilo class, your champion from USA, Jim Ray. Moving to our Masters 3 120 plus kilo class, your champion, Dr. Hugo Velasquez. You'll see him competing again tomorrow in the equipped division. Thank you. Moving to our Masters 4 105 kilo class, your champion, John Moore. Thank you. All right, we're moving into our open divisions now. We're going to start off with the open 105 kilo class. Your silver medalist, Darren Perez, Panama. And your champion, Chris Walter. We ask everyone, please stand up and remove your hats for the national anthem of USA. Thank you, gentlemen. All right, we're going to move into our open 120 kilo class. Your silver medalist, Felix Mendez. And your champion, Clint Poor. Please stand once again for the national anthem of USA. Thank you, gentlemen. All right, our final division will be the open 120 plus kilo class. Your silver medalist, Hugo Bermudez. Hugo. This Hugo. And your champion, Mario Alejandro Garcia. All right, please stand for the national anthem of Costa Rica. Thank you, gentlemen. All right, we're going to have Robert Massey escort our lifters through the front of the platform as they come around. Give them one more big round of applause.
Y llegó, ja, la que tenía que llegar. Lo que forman el pega-pega y lo que te ponen a menear.
Ajá, ajá.
Lo que ponen la calentura lista pa' que se fomente la gozadera. Pa' que bailen las pollitas. Chamaco, prepara artillería. ¡Vamos!
Cuando suena mi tumbao, el party se pone caliente. Seguro que tú te lo gozas, porque este flow sí que está en bomba. Cuando suena mi tumbao, el party se pone caliente. Seguro que tú te lo gozas, porque este flow sí que está en bomba. Cuando suena mi tumbao, el party se pone caliente. Seguro que tú te lo gozas, porque este flow sí que está en bomba. Cuando suena mi tumbao, el party se pone caliente. Seguro que tú te lo gozas, porque este flow.
Si lo que traigo es candela y un tumbao que resuena y a punta de tambores se fomenta la gozadera. Prepara mami que llegaron los que suenan con esta bomba que se mete por tu vena y que pone a la polla a menear cadera. Los pollos ready para la pegadera. Ploma ahora que ya viene la vaciladera. Repite el coro que se pega.
Cuando suena mi tumbao, el party se pone caliente.
Se pone caliente la cosa, mi timba suena y te pone loca.
Cuando suena mi tumbao, el party se pone caliente.
Se forma la gozadera y la cosa, la polla ready pa'l pega pega.
Cuando suena mi tumbao, el party se pone caliente.
Llegaron los que tú esperabas, la mecánica botando la casa por la ventana.
Cuando suena mi tumbao, el party se pone caliente.